And I've mentioned this a couple of times in the past, but it just occurred to me that one of the most interesting things about the way we approach barbell training is that everybody else's program that's involved in especially in the commercial side of fitness is concerned with muscle groups and with muscle bellies and with body parts. And our program is not concerned with that at all. We're not concerned with your quads or your hamstrings or your glutes. We're concerned with the movement patterns that you perform in which those muscle groups become an important component. But we essentially ignore the muscles themselves, and we just think about the movements of the body through space. Now, I guess one of the ways you could think about that would be to say that we are more concerned with the skeleton, with skeletal movement, than we are with the muscles that move the skeleton. Because basically, when you interact with your environment in a physical sense, what you're doing is you're applying force through the contraction of your muscles to the system of levers that composes your skeleton. Your skeleton is a system of bony levers. You got a bone, you got a joint, then you got another bone, and the joint moves as the bones come closer together or move further apart. Muscle contraction produces this effect. And when we squat, when we press, when we deadlift, when we bench press, and when we do the Olympic lifts, we're doing movements. I'm not concerned with where the quads fit into that, except that I want them working. I'm not concerned where the hamstrings fit into that pattern, except that we don't want to leave them out. We're concerned with muscle mass in that each one of these movement patterns that we perform has been tailored to utilize the greatest amount of muscle mass that we can get into the movement pattern. I'm not concerned with which particular muscles. We don't do glutes. We don't do hamstrings. We don't have favorite muscles. All of our muscles are our favorite muscles. We want to use as many of them as we can. And if you look at most commercial fitness products, especially those that predate Starting Strength in 2005, what you'll find is that most of these things are concerned with muscle groups. If you go in to any gym that features machines in the gym, the majority of the machines in the gym were designed to work a muscle group or a muscle belly. They're designed around assembling enough muscle group exercises to constitute what they consider to be a whole body workout. Because God knows if you do 15 or 20 different machines and the machines all add up to the whole body, then you've worked the whole body. And this is kind of not true if you think about it. The body works in interesting ways. The body is developed, the body's evolved to utilize lots and lots and lots of muscles at the same time. This is how we can do amazing things like climb trees and dig holes and pick up things off the ground and run and jump without having to worry about activating our glutes. Okay, if you're involved in an exercise program that wants you to be aware of a muscle group or a muscle belly during the contractions that produce the movement pattern, then that's kind of different than what we do. We don't think about the glutes when we squat. We don't think about the hamstrings when we squat. We don't think about the quads. We think about moving the skeleton. We think about the hips. We think about the back angle. We think about the knee angle. We think about all these angles that change with varying levels of activation of varying amounts of muscle mass. And what we're trying to do is maximize the amount of muscle mass that's involved in all of these foundation exercises. We are concerned with the muscles working together all at the same time, not making sure we have worked all of the muscle groups separately.